Can a face turn work for Bray Wyatt? That's a very difficult question to answer, but I do certainly have a storyline idea that they could go with. If I were to plan a face turn for Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family, by extension of them, the only way they'll be able to turn face is to go against the Authority. Bray Wyatt rounds up a whole bunch of superstars who are disgruntled, flocks them to his cult, and goes to war with Triple H and the Authority, and they get their superstars to fight back, and just plain old out war there. And along the way, we see series of matches between members of the Wyatt family and members of the Authority battling it out for control of the WWE. Or Bray Wyatt liberating the Authority, since Bray Wyatt's lore seems to build around crippling the machine, destroying the machine. And Sister Abigail has been said in his promos to have been against the machine. There was a time where Bray Wyatt and the Authority were going to collide in terms of being allies in some way, a wild card tactic, but that obviously never materialized. You know, the storyline where Bray Wyatt was saying when he targeted CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, saying the devil made me do it. Everyone had a theory, and it was going to be Triple H that was the devil that made him do it. And it turns out that that was indeed, in fact, the original plan. The original plan was to have Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family team up with the Authority, and the Authority treats them like a wild card, states that they need them, but at the same time fear that if they become too powerful, they'll become loose animals. And that would have been interesting, eventually, to see Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family go out like the Shield did against the Authority, and maybe we probably would have had both the Shield and the Wyatt family team up and go to war with Triple H, and God, that would have been awesome. That would have been heaven in wrestling right now. Wrestling heaven. To see Evolution, the Wyatt family, the Shield, and another faction that WWE hires to get rid of them. Maybe the Nexus. It would have possibly worked if it was done right. And considering how the Shield and Evolution feud worked, I certainly think that they let Triple H handle the business of this, it would have worked. But right now, an overall face turn for Bray Wyatt, it's kind of hard to really do. It's very hard to picture. Bray Wyatt has so far done, let's see, kidnapped Daniel Bryan, left him afterwards for dead, pretty much in the parking lot, indoctrinated him for 2 weeks, threatened Roman Reigns' family, specifically his 5-year-old appearing, I think, daughter, or 3-year-old. That's messed up. Let's see. Attacked and horrendously went serial killer style with the whole disturbing imagery of Roman Reigns saying anyone but you. Tied up John Cena and made him wear a mask similar to a serial killer's daydream. And people cheer for him. And you want him to be a face? Man, you're going way off the deep end on this. Like, it's hard to really picture Bray Wyatt face. Though, there's another guy that makes me think of Bray Wyatt, and when it comes to can he work as a face or not, and that's The Undertaker. And The Undertaker, let's see, tombstones, destroyed Hulk Hogan, had Gothic style hair, Gothic style gimmick, and let's see, was intimidating. And let's see, in his lore, burned down his parents' house, nearly mutilated his brother Kane in the fires, buried his manager Paul Bearer in cement, and he worked as a face half the time. That's gotta be impressive and yet absolutely crazy. And I'm comparing him to Bray Wyatt, which I've done in the past, because Bray Wyatt reminds me a lot of The Undertaker. There's like so many things about him that remind me of The Undertaker. A unique character that hasn't been seen on WWE programming in a long time. Let's see. A style and gimmick promo that is very rare to see in WWE. And last but not least, the different style of wrestling. Like Bray Wyatt would sell especially selling. Like, Undertaker would not sell a wrestling move because he's supposed to be looking like this guy who doesn't feel pain. But when Bray Wyatt sells, he laughs like he's the Joker. And yeah, I certainly believe a face turn could work if done right, but right now it seems to more look like a face turn can only work right now if he goes to war with the Authority. And that certainly would be a welcome storyline I would love to see, especially accumulating with Triple H versus Bray Wyatt, another match I've dreamed up of having to see for a long time, ever since Bray Wyatt debuted. And that's pretty much it. This was Neo Reality Antenna. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate, and stay tuned for more.